started dancing at 6 years old. I got really inspired by watching So You Think You Can Dance growing up. Went to a studio until I was about 14. Joined a crew from there, did that for a bit. And then in college, I started to choreograph, started to teach more and more, and then recently started getting into choreography with the dance team world and doing professional jobs.
And where is it that you trained, like in the beginning?
So really in Orlando, there's a studio called University Performing Arts Center, or UPAC. It was associated with the lady that ran the dance minor at UCF. So at 14, I finished competing with them. I started competing when I was about 11, did that for a couple of years, trained under a lady named Melissa Ruiz, and was doing conventions, all that typical stuff. At 14 to 15, I joined a couple crews. One of them being a Motive crew in Orlando. So I trained under Marley Hightower and then later Dario Boatner. And then at about 18, when I graduated high school-ish, I joined a crew called the Funky Monks. Did college for a bit, did it on my own, and then I started working for Jovi's mom as a dance teacher and choreographer.
Is that how you met Jovi? You met Jovi before?
We actually met when I was 14, 15. Yeah. I was in 8th grade, and there was a dance convention called The Beat that would travel around and had a stop in Orlando. It was created by Courtney Galliano. There's a lot of the So You Think You Can Dance people. And that first year, I met her because we had competed at some similar competitions. And we just talked, and from there, like, we ended up going to the same high school. She was a year older than me, and then honestly, we didn't talk a whole lot in high school, but after she graduated, she joined Motive Crew, and that's how we rekindled.
And when you were training dance, what styles were you training in? Did you train all styles or mostly hip hop?
I trained in all styles, but mostly hip hop. So, I mean, I grew up watching So You Think You Can Dance, and I knew I wanted to do that when I got older. And so I would get privates in jazz and contemporary and ballet, but most of my focus went into hip hop.
So when dancers are out there and because they think, I'm only good at hip hop, I only want to do hip hop, what would you tell them?
No, you have to train in everything. And I feel like people that enjoy contemporary can learn so much from the hip hop world or from ballet, obviously. But it's as much as you can learn, the more bag that you can pull from.
Absolutely. No, we are total believers of that. And I think that people have like in their mind sometimes like, I'm a ballet trained dancer, I can't do hip hop. I'm a hip hop trained dancer, I can never do ballet. And that, the two styles or all the styles kind of cross over. So